Perhaps I can just bring you 1 second from the group here, a little bit. Please, this is a world grandmaster. Okay, we don't speak any language here, but will you honour this gentleman, because this is the people we've learned from. These are the grandmasters, their own country honouring. This is the 2nd year he's been here, and we do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Without that skill and that knowledge, coming down, father to son, my wildfowling, my ferreting through my father, my grandfather, Ian, my son, now my grandson, Matthew, 8.5 pound brown trout he's caught this year. Little Emily tied a fly the other day, at 4 years old, and caught her first fish.
I noticed that you've got, in this particular group, some very interesting dogs. Again, sight hounds. You've got Saluki, which many of you will have seen this afternoon up at the racing. You have the smooth Saluki and the feathered Saluki, but behind them are 2 very different types of dogs called Slugi. These come from North Africa, Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria and Libya, and they use exactly the same style as Arab Salukis.
Abu Dhabi! And I'm sure we'll get these guys to do a little dance for us, because that's what it was last night. It was a food festival. It was a festival of culture. It was a festival of music. We had a bit of a wet night, but it didn't dampen anything. It never went through anybody's skin, and we just had a drink, had a good chat, and the music flowed there. And I'll leave Diane to just talk a little bit about Salukis. Great seeing you. For Salukis, we can go back to the Egyptian dog, can't we, Diane?
Yes,
the pharaohs.
They are a very popular dog, as we can see with the countries they represent. But now we're moving on to dogs from the continent. And in this particular group, you can look at wire-haired Hungarian Wieslas and the smooth Wiesla.
Right, my first experience here was in Savos, the first international meeting held in Hungary, and we were there with the Russian clearing us in, actually right through the Iron Curtain, and I saw the rough-haired working for the first time. Partridge, pheasant, hares, everything like that. Give us a blow on your horn. Let's hear a good traditional horn there. Lovely. To have a constitution that says you have the right to hunt. Well done, France. All the education work that's going on out there, working with young people, and you can see some of them here, maintaining this culture. I went to France a year ago, and I saw some incredible partridge flying.
And you'll notice in the French group that they have a Brittany, which is very familiar to people in this country, and a golden setter, which is used by one of the falconers in that group.
Belgium is trying to find a bit of land without a house in it, isn't it, Chris?
Yes, that's true.
Right, but you're on a modern form of transport there, but you're very green out there. You're restricted in some of your species, but we have a lot of falconers.
No, that's true. We use a bicycle, for example, if you go out crowd hunting with the falcon. Because it's much easier to go over instead of using a car, so that's why we use the bike.
Lovely. Okay, I'll let you catch up with your group. Right.
And in that lineup there are many of the German breeds. You've got German Longhair and German Wirehair.
Right, I'm going to bring in the Netherlands, where if you stand on a molehill, you're getting altitude sickness. You know, you get snow at 2 meters. Right, but very, very supportive, but restricted in that they can only use the native goshawk and the native peregrine in their sport. So they go into Belgium and have some other birds, and they fly into the music player. We've hunted again in many countries, haven't we? And we've killed some pheasants in Wales as well, haven't we? But, yeah, but really great. Thanks for all that music. Who was the gentleman on the small harp?
And I notice in that
pretty famous guy, isn't he? I thought you brought someone special in that set. Well done.
And in that group they've got an unusual setter, the Irish Red and White. Not often seen, but a classic dog out on the hill.
Right. Now, Young man, is this your first visit here?
Yes.
What do you think of it?
Great.
And what are you really proud about of your country, and which is your country?
Jersey.
Jersey. Now, what is very special about Jersey?
We have many green.
Yeah, but something else about Jersey. No, besides your cows, how big are you compared with the rest of the countries? Are you the smallest?
Yes.
You are the smallest country.
In the Poland.
Yeah, in the small here. You are representing Jersey as the smallest teams, looking after all the birds that people have loaned. The central club from Northampton, Birmingham, up that way, going right through to Walsall there. And they ran the muse, put all the information out. So a great thank you to the Northampton club on that side. North East Raptor Association down in Kent, usually on a Sunday, isn't it? A Sunday morning meeting, lunch in the pub, and then go hunting for the afternoon. I must come down and have another talk with you someday. I had a lovely trip down Berkshire, but coming on board with the Hawk board, the spirit of it all, putting so much infusion there. Northampton, again, this Northampton is a new club. We have 14, 15, and it's going straight. I think you're up to about 50 members now, flying virtually every species of bird in high, top quality condition, and that. And Grant, actually, I had a red tail from him last year, and it's a super bird that he bred for me. I'm looking forward to hope you got a female this year. Right. Well done, team. And this is my backbone. 3 families travel all over Great Britain. The Pages, Sean and Tina, and the Dicks, they travel, and then 2 guys from the home counties, Richard and Paul, they come and raise all the money for the campaign for Falconry to support the Hawk board. This lot do it. We've laid 6,000 quid out on these. Buy your t-shirt before we go. Don't make us bankrupt. They need to sell out, unless I'll shout at. Don't go home without your t-shirt. Right, and now we're going to Poland. The lovely...
You have come from as far as New Zealand, and as Terry was telling you, the travails of crossing Mongolia to come here is no small ordeal. You'll also see that we have some very old falconers here, and we have some very young falconers here. In fact, Charlotte is holding...
Come on, Charlotte.
Come on, Charlotte.
Come on, bring this.
Come forward, Charlotte. Charlotte is holding our youngest member. How old was he when he attended his first festival meeting? 4 days old. This young man has attended every festival committee meeting since he was 4 days old, and he's been very good.
Well, Nick, this planet is on loan to us, isn't it? We're getting a bit old, and I've had my treatment and lost my beard. You've still got yours, but we're going to hand it over. It's been on loan to us, and we're going to hand this over. I want you to just give a clap to these young children that Sophie flying the little bird and working and coming and hunting a rabbit, doing a bit of fish, with grandchildren catching the trout and that. Can we honour the next generation that's going to take over from us and let them know that we're going to be there to support them as old people, but we're going to fight in every country that this sport...
Well, we've put the music on for the dancers from Abu Dhabi. I know they were itching to have a dance, so let's hope that they actually respond to the music and actually dance for us. So keep an eye on them coming round in that group.